Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Chanel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for all of you again. This is a twin flame reading. I haven't done one in a while, so I thought now would be a very good time. I'm taking a look at the energy for the feminine and the masculine, but you don't have to be a physical representation of that energy. So just put yourself where you fit. I find that oftentimes the feminine energy is who I end up speaking to, regardless of your physical appearance. So as I'm looking into the energy on the left side here, which is the feminine, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Masculine's coming through with Nine of Swords in the upright. So I feel as though feminine, if you have not already gotten some sort of apology, there's one coming. Okay, so I guess be on the lookout for that, or maybe don't, depending on how you feel, right? But this is the energy of returning to a situation. Now, I feel like the masculine is coming through with some very big energy of wanting harmony within the relationship, wanting to try to restore the balance. There's an energy of you feminine viewers feeling as though you've gotten something that you wanted, right? You came out victorious, perhaps over a karmic partner. There is, however, still somebody in the equation because this X energy is actually in the reverse. So it's still kind of prevalent. We also have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Whereas at the bottom of the deck, you got adversity. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. For you, feminine, you're coming through with tower energy. So I feel like you may be surprised this month or within the next few weeks, because it's almost like you go against your better judgment in regards to dealing with your masculine. I feel as though the masculine could be making some sort of concession. If you have not been talking to one another, it feels like there's a compromise in the works with this Page of Cups as kind of the bridging energy. So some of you may have already begun negotiation talks, or you've received messages that are apologetic, or perhaps for a small group of you, you decided to send a message because you do have I miss you so much at the bottom of your deck, and you need to fix this coming out in the reverse. So there's some of you that decided to take the first step towards trying to recreate harmony within this relationship. As I'm looking at the feminine energy, there's kind of this desire to not only overcome obstacles, but to get over whatever the past was. Because as I'm looking into your messages, you got, I can't do this again, not like this. And it's actually in the reverse. I feel like giving up on you in the upright, and I'm so angry in the reverse. So there's an energy of you feminine viewers having really worked through whatever was kind of making you upset about the situation, or at the very least, it's almost like you're suspending your anger because you want to be open to trying to see what happens next, right? There's an energy of feeling like perhaps in the past you were very rigid about the way things needed to be, like how the relationship was defined. Now it feels as though you're in it for like the long run and not just that moment, right? There's an energy of like, okay, if I accept the fact that this is my twin, because I feel like you've kind of gone back and forth between whether or not you were disillusioning yourself. If you accept the fact that this is your twin, what's the long run of this situation, right? The obstacle, though, I feel like is, even though for the majority of you, you're like, okay, I need to change the way that I deal with this situation. I need to change the parameters by which I define the situation if I want to keep this person in my life. You still feel like this is someone who has shown you that if they were not your twin, you would not deal with them, right? Because your obstacle is the Hierophant in the reverse and Twin Flame in the reverse. Now, for some of you, this is a karmic partner who's very, very triggered by the fact that you and your twin are back in communication with each other. And they're going to try to make like a power play, right? To assert some sort of dominance, to try to come between you. And I feel like your masculine is going to be feeling very frustrated by this because their focus is on all the things that they need to fix within the connection that you share. And when this karmic partner tries to come in and assert dominance, this may be the revelation that the masculine needs. Like, wow, this karmic has to go. This person has been impeding my growth. This is somebody who continuously comes between us, right? Because that really is your obstacle, is that there's some sort of X energy here. Not just the fact that you don't feel like your twin has been relationship material, but this previous person, right, is the obstacle. And I feel like with the masculine, they're going to start having kind of this awareness of, I will never be able to fix this situation as long as this karmic is involved, right? Because I can't make this right. I want to come back in the reverse. I try to smile in the reverse. So I feel as though you probably have not been communicating with your twin up until recently, for those of you who are in communication. For those of you who are not, just give it a little bit of time, because the masculine is kind of in their head right now. But I feel like they want very much to reconcile with you, whereas you're open to the idea of talking or negotiation, but you also are like, okay, everything about this needs to change, starting with the way that I deal with you, right? So there's a lot that I feel like the feminine will be bringing to the surface. There's a lot that the masculine, I feel like, will be ruminating on, because they've been very depressed. Okay. So I don't know if you just haven't been like acknowledging one another, but it seems to me that if they've been with this karmic energy, this has not been working out for them. If anything, it's only pushing them closer to you. And so I feel like the breaking point here is that once the two of you do end up talking, regardless of who starts the communication, this karmic energy is going to try to assert dominance. And I feel like that's really going to piss this masculine off, because they're already feeling very triggered, feeling very boxed in where they are. And that's why they're trying to reinsert you back into their life. And this really could be a turning point, right, in this relationship, because I feel like up until now, the veil has never really been lifted for the masculine as far as how they're viewing their karmic, right? There's always just kind of been that third energy when I'm reading for all of you. Whereas now the masculine is starting to understand, like, this person genuinely does not have my best interest in mind. You literally got appearances in the reverse, right? There's somebody, I feel like, that pretends to care for your masculine energy, but it's a way to control, or assert dominance, and to keep the two of you apart, or to keep them confused as far as like what they deserve or what they want. As I'm looking into your future energy, what's being created from everything that's happening right now, you actually got the Two of Cups and arguments in the reverse. So this is very good, because I feel like for you feminine, you're going to be showing the masculine a whole new side of yourself. You may have kind of disconnected, I feel like, from the twin flame dynamic, because perhaps in the past there was a fear of losing this person, whereas now it's like, you know what, I'm fine by myself. I think you could go live the life you're choosing for yourself, right? And I accept that we're on this journey, but that doesn't mean that I have to define it or that I even need to speak to you, right? It's like you've completely transformed the way that you're dealing with this situation. And so it's almost like it's knocking the masculine into a whole new space, because you're not saving them from themselves. You're not saving them from their regrets. You're not saving them from their karmic partner. You're literally leaving them to the mess that they've made for themselves. And you're just kind of watching it all happen, right? It's like, that you're a permanent fixture in their life, but you're staying elevated somehow from whatever this drama is, because I'm seeing arguments in the future, but I don't feel like it's between you and your twin. To me, this is looking as though there's a union that's coming. So I'm going to take a look into that because I feel as though the masculine is going to be making some pretty bold moves in the future in regards to what they want, what they're going to be doing, and how they're going to be handling this karmic partner. So I want to take a look at how that will affect you all, because we do have this King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but there's also cards here where I'm seeing that this third energy, it very much looks like, is going to be feeling quite frustrated, but also they may be left in the past. Okay, so let's move over to the extended reading, and I'll pull cards for the future energy to see how this karmic partner is going to be affecting your relationship and to see what this Two of Cups represents, because this looks like there's a chance for a new beginning and for it to actually happen in a different way than it has in the past. So if you'd like to join me, the link to that is in the description box below, and I'll put the preview at the end of the video. Bye. So what I've decided to do is to pull rows of cards for everybody involved. Now, as I was shuffling, ultimatums came out, which makes so much sense because we did see that karmic partner getting involved in the situation, as it seems you and your twin will be trying to reconcile. This person, I feel like, is watching because they knew it was only a matter of time before your twin came back, or you and your twin came back into some sort of union, even if that's just talking, right? This person always kind of knew, like, whatever is going on between the divine masculine and feminine, even if it seems like it's over, it's never really over. I just have the upper hand for now, right? So this is the energy of the karmic having an ultimatum for the masculine. For you, though, I do feel like there's an ultimatum, but it's unspoken, because it kind of goes without saying that if this masculine energy wants to return back into your life, they would have to show up for you in a different way, right? So I'm picking up on two ultimatums, but one is very forceful and driven out of like ego and fear and envy, whereas the other is just like a boundary of this is what I'm not willing to accept, right? So let's take a look at your future energy for you feminine. And then I'm going to take a look at the masculine as well as the karmic.